Welcome to Louisiana Gardening Family. I had a problem that I couldn't figure out, and it was ants, right? All the natural remedies. The grits have worked for me one time before. My mom uses baking soda and I think it's baking soda and vinegar, and it kind of fizzes up and kills them. But I'm always looking for a cheaper route, a cheaper way, and I think I found the cheapest way possible. This is going to be a part one because I want to show you a part two when I actually get to do it in real time. I always like to try things first before I share it, but this worked so well that I actually decided to come on and share it right now. And hopefully, sometimes during the spring, I'll do a part two of how to get rid of ants naturally in your container pots. This comes from the method where people say in order to get rid of an ant pile, you have to find another ant pile and take a shovel of it and put it on the other ant pile, kind of like swap them out, and they will fight each other. This thing was filled. I'm gonna get in close, and you can see. Let me move some of this stuff. You can tell ants were all in here. The dirt from an ant looks different than just regular dirt. They kind of come in and do their own thing. So you can see that actually made an ant pile in here. But one thing you see is there's not an ant. I mean, not one ant left. I'm gonna pull some of this grass out. You know, if 3, 4 days ago, if I did this, man, my hands would be on fire. But there's not an ant in here. Let's check out this ant pile underneath. And let's check out what we did. Not one ant moving. How do you get rid of ants naturally in your container pots? And the answer is go throughout your yard and they're going to be somewhere. All you have to do is find an ant pile, bring your container, set it on top of that ant pile. What that does is, I want you to think of like a beehive. Each ant colony has their queen, right? So when ants get into your containers, they're going to bring their queen in there to keep her safe. When we already know that there's a queen in there, when we set them on top of one another, they actually protect their queen. So they're going to get that queen out of there. Or if they can't get that queen out, well, they're going to fight to destroy that colony, right? They're going to fight to destroy that colony because they're trying to get their queen out of here. And the only way they can think of in their mind, they're not going to bring out through the top. The only way they can think of in their mind is that they have to go down, right? So you have your holes and whatnot in the bottom of your containers. They know they have to go down into that ground so they can bring their queen somewhere else throughout your yard. That colony at the bottom will not allow that, period. Period. So that in turns is going to take out two colonies because the colony in this pot, they're going to go down here and they're going to destroy this queen. They're going to find her. Hopefully they do. In that pot, or they're probably going to be able to get her out of there gone. In this pot, they're going to come up through these holes and you're going to see ants. When you look in here like day 2, you're going to see it's going to look black. Like it's going to be just a sea, a bed of ants in here. And they're going to really be at war. It's going to be something crazy to see. I don't think animal lovers really care that much about the way the ants fight. But maybe they should. I don't know. Anyway, so you're going to really see an ant war. And I'm going to try to show y'all that in a part 2 when I do this again. Of course, like I said, I wanted to make sure it worked. It just popped up in my head like, bring that container over there and set it on that ant pile and see what happens. And look at that. This was like 4 days ago. I'm sure they might have one ant somewhere that got lost, but I don't see not a one. You see how fresh this pile is. Oh, look, I see one. Look at that. Well, you can't see it probably. One little ant probably got left behind. Probably was out working, out on business, and came back home. Everybody's gone. So I'm sure that this is not a kill all, right? And this is just talking about getting the ants out of your container. I'm sure that those ants probably made it somewhere. A lot of them probably did kill one another, but I'm sure they probably made it somewhere and made another ant pile, or they're gonna make another ant pile soon. So if you got 2 or 3 containers, find those next ant piles and drop them on top of there and let them cancel out each other. So thank y'all for watching Louisiana Gardening Family. Part 1, hopefully sometime in the spring or summer, we'll get another container filled with ants and we'll show you in real time how it actually happens. Grow, grow, grow.